All right, we're almost to the end of our program. Looks like everyone's done eating, so everyone's now staring at me and not their plates. Perfect. I'd like to tell you a little bit about me and how I've been helped by this amazing program. Oh, and I haven't seen the sweet slide either. This is my amazing family right here. I was born and raised in Loveland and blessed with an amazing, loving family. My dad got sick. I'm grabbing a tissue because tears are already happening. My dad got sick when I was young and passed away from cancer when I was 12. This left my mom to raise two really stubborn, bratty teenage daughters. My mom is the bravest and strongest person I have ever met. Whew. We had our trials growing up, but the closeness that the three of us had is what kept us from ever completely hitting rock bottom. My life took a turn in my early 20s, and at 24, I became pregnant with my first child, Jack. I had not been in this relationship for very long, and honestly, I just hoped it could work out. We got married, and I was hopeful this was my happily ever after. We then had our second son and bought what was supposed to be our forever home. During these years, my marriage was slowly unraveling. I endured physical, verbal, and emotional abuse. My life changed again when my husband was arrested on domestic abuse charges Christmas Eve 2017. He had completely emptied everything in our bank accounts, and I didn't have a penny to my name. The boys and I moved in with, once again, my amazing mother, and I couldn't find anyone to help me. I was running out of ideas. Honestly, I thought I was going to be living with my mom in her basement, working nights at the bars for the rest of my life. Someone along the way had mentioned Project Self-Sufficiency to me, and although I thought I had called everyone I knew, I figured I'd call one more time. When I called Project Self-Sufficiency, Neva, I don't know if you're here, but Neva answered. Neva, to this day, and what you said has made the biggest impact on me. I needed help, I was scared, and I was desperate, and I felt so abandoned by a system that was supposed to protect me. I immediately began crying. I said, I know you probably can't help me. She interrupted and said, Kristy, everything's gonna be okay. Why don't you come into our Fort Collins location, and I'll help you fill out an application. Wow, someone finally told me it was gonna be okay. I didn't have to fight to get my place in line or feel ashamed for sharing my sad story one more time, only to get denied one more time. The peace of being heard and not judged is something we should all try to be better at. After being accepted to Project Self-Sufficiency, honestly, I had no idea what they did. I thought they were just gonna help me go to school. But the programs are amazing. It's a family unit of amazing, heroic people who will figure out a way to help you succeed no matter what. I began going to school online at night once my kids went to sleep. I waited tables during the day and started working in property management. After an informational interview with Loveland Housing Authority, I knew I needed to use my skills to help others. There are so many programs to help, but I knew I needed to help women who were willing to put in the work the same way I had. Now, for those of you not familiar with participants, this is not something that's handed to you. These women and men are fierce. You are held accountable and are required to be continuously working towards your action plan. Your action plan. All of us come from different backgrounds, and we are allowed to do what fits our lifestyle. They help me budget my money. They help me write out a school schedule. My sweet advisor, Hannah, meets me at 7 a.m., sometimes earlier, so I can meet with her before I go to work. My mom was diagnosed with cancer this last year, and it's been really hard. I struggled with my mental health a lot. With the help and support of my advisor, I was able to find a great doctor and get the help I needed to complete this amazing program. Because I was believed in and encouraged to go after my dream, I applied for a job that I did not think I was qualified for. After working in the community with families in low-income housing, I clearly saw where our community needs help. I made friends who loved and supported me, and I ended up applying for another job that yet again I did not think I was qualified for. The power of belief is just that. It's powerful. I'm now working full-time in a position where I'm so valued, and I'm getting real-world hands-on experience for my own business. I still remember 2 years ago telling Anna and Amanda when they interviewed me that I just needed a hand up, not a handout, but a hand up, that I was sinking, and that if I could get some help now, I promised to make sure I pay it forward. My dream is taking place. I got the strength to go back to court. I moved back to my house. My kids are able to attend therapy. These advisors have no idea the impact that they have on our lives. They see all of our roadblocks day in, day out. They hear all of our awful, sad stories, all the balloons thrown our way, and they advocate for us and protect us. They are such a gift. In closing, thank you all so much for being here today. The dollars you have given in the past have had a direct impact on my life and my kids' life. Our other participants like Gabriella and Laura and so many others have been directly helped by your generosity and your assistance. We are given the boost we need at a critically challenging time in our lives. Your donations, they help us hold all the balloons in place. They help us address our needs today so we can pave a way for a meaningful future. They matter, and they mean something, and we are all so very grateful, and we will pay your generosity forward. Who will benefit from the dollars that you give today? It might be a parent in our program now. It might be a parent who is struggling but hasn't yet met Nicole or Neva, and who doesn't yet know the power of Project Self-Sufficiency. It might even be a young adult whose tough moment hasn't come yet, but it's coming. Your donation might help her too. Before you leave, please take an envelope and make your gift today. You can also donate with just a few finger taps on our website, or reach out to one of our staff about the corporate giving options. Your dollars make a real tangible difference. Thank you for donating in the past, and thank you in advance for giving today. And thank you for ways you might support us in the future. We look forward to seeing you in 2021 so we can tell you how your dollars have changed even more lives and families. Your attendance today is greatly appreciated. Our luncheon has come to an end, and we invite you to stay and visit with those around you. And also the centerpieces you can take home.